Hi everyone, welcome back to Red Sad Rising. I am Charlie, or CheesyGMing, as always, the GM for this adventure, and with me are my, very excited friends for today. Say hi.
Why, hello there. My name is Elias. I'm once again back playing a small dwarf Giovanni with a big heart for aesthetics and plants, and maybe also people. Maybe.
Hello, it's me, Faye, playing our poetry, especially ancient poetry obsessed bard, Sappho, who is excited, can be positive and negative. So excited to save the city, excited negatively to be turned into a chicken nugget.
And hello, I'm Sylvia, as always, and I'm playing another small but lovely goblin alchemist, Jiji, and also wizard. So yeah, let's see how today goes.
And once more with us, we have our amazingly good guest player. Say hi, please.
Hello, I'm the guest player. I'm Christoph. I'll play Mamoru, and I'm very excited to finally get my revenge on the Nugget Maker.
The Nugget Maker. But yeah,
I need to give credit to Faye for this name. So.
This is the exact time for that. As last we left off, our players helped Father Xantus, and I prepared for the hearing together with him. And after collecting claims and evidence, the party was confronted with questions by the council, but with a collection of convincing answers and well-made points, the group got a unanimous response from the council, including Titus Scarnetti, deciding Xantus did not put Sandpoint at risk by performing the ritual. But now, the time is long overdue, and after a night of celebration, the party has prepared their best ability for their fated encounter with one Ripnugget.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, we bought some scrolls and got some of our weapons slightly upgraded with some striking runes for the ones that didn't have one yet.
Exactly. You took some very good efforts to prepare for today. And do tell me if there's any detour you make, or do you go directly, the four of you, to that one secret door that you know that once you open it, Ripnugget will know you're there.
To the secret tunnel we go.
No time to waste.
Yep.
Secret tunnel awaits.
Let's get this done.
Then with that, you go back a couple of hours of walk, and you reach the pit. You go down to the first level, back through the trap room with all of the mechanical traps that you know how to avoid. You can see easily in the way, just peeking into Tunch's room. Tunch is no longer there. And you walk forward to the main chamber. Behind the fire, there's a throne with a burnt goblin, and behind that throne, there's a massive double secret door that you know you just need to push in the right place to make it fall. Who's going up front? How are you putting yourself up?
I will be the first to enter.
So we first enter and then prepare our spells?
I feel like we should cast it before we enter the door, maybe? I don't know.
It depends. You do know that, you don't know what's behind the door. It might be that you find immediate response. It might be that you're going to have a little more. So every time you use the spell before the door is a time that it goes away from the time that it has a limit of. If it's a 1 minute, it's risk.
I think I would cast the heroism on all of us because it's 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think we should then just, be quickly in there. I think potentially with a haste, at least waiting until we see what's behind the door.
Yeah, sure. I'll take out one scroll of haste to have it prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I can hold all three of them.
Will.
Yeah, no. And I'm assuming you're prepared for battle. You're holding your weapons, you're preparing something out.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Like Giovanni will take out his shield and channel the elemental aura and then like post up right next to Mamoru.
Yeah, I'll take out my giant maul. Get ready to squish some undead life mixture of a goblin.
Yes.
And it is a goodbye to the scrolls.
And heroism lasts for 10 minutes? 10 minutes.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yep.
You all cast heroism on yourselves. Who opens the door?
I think Giovanni, like as Giovanni was used to with like Tip, kind of Giovanni falls into those old habits and like just pushes Mamoru and it's like, I'm right behind you, man.
Okay, let's do it. And I'll open the door.
You press on the door exactly where you know it's gonna make it crash. And it falls apart in a massive noise as the stones fall and reveal a tunnel leading to a wooden door. What do you do?
Well, there goes nothing.
Let's approach carefully.
Yeah, watch
Yes.
out for any kind of trap in this tunnel.
Oh, true. Can I check?
Just
Have an eye
traps.
out.
You can check for traps. Give me a perception roll, please. You're looking to see if there are any traps in the tunnel. And it's odd. You're positive there are no traps in this tunnel. But this looks like it has been very rarely used. You can look around and you don't even find any humanoid footprints that you can see. The closest you would get is Mamoru, that you're looking around and you can kind of see on the walls like a weird 3 circles or 4 circles that keep marching as if it's legs, but you can't even identify what that would be. It's just 3 circles as if, well, best comparison would be tiny suction cups. And that's about it.
Interesting.
So we have to look at the walls and be careful on the ceiling.
Very much so.
Or at least
Let's
we
go.
can guess so.
That's based
That's
on your
good.
rolls.
I will walk up in front of the door. Is there like a keyhole I can peek through?
There's a tiny sliver on the bottom if you want to bend over to see if you see something.
Yeah, would love to do that.
Give me a roll for that.
Do I see anything?
You look under. There's a chamber on the other side. It looks big. Very big. Probably bigger than every chamber you have seen in this floor. It is perfectly lit on that side, meaning even if you can't see on this side, there's light coming out on the bottom of the door. Meaning the whole room on its own has light in it. But you can also see it looks man-made. It looks like it's built. Like humanoidly built. Which is pretty interesting, considering the fact that every other chamber here was not. It looks very much natural. But you don't see any movement. Nor do you see any people.
Can you spot anything in there, Mamoru?
No, but it's like a pretty big chamber, so I'm fairly certain that they're behind there.
We'll find something in
And
there.
Let's go a little bit on the clock.
Oh, true. Do we want to cast the haste spells now
Yeah, I would say so.
before we open the door?
Also for Mamoru, I just assume I gave you the potion earlier, but feel free to drink that now.
Oh, yes, thanks.
And I will cast haste on Mamoru Giovanni. Let me get the scrolls. And you said you don't benefit from it, right? Sappho, then I'll cast it on myself.
Yeah, cast on yourself.
Okay. Then, everyone ready?
Mamoru got a numbing tonic, which gives you 5 temporary hit points now and every turn.
Yeah, that's
Perfect.
great.
So that should give you a bit of tankiness. And I casted haste on Mamoru, Giovanni, and myself. And got rid of the scrolls.
And we should have also already taken our dark vision potions, right?
Yes, you can use
Yes.
those whenever you feel like it, but yeah. Basically, from Giji's daily preparations, I prepared 2 dark visions for Sappho and Mamoru since they can't usually see in the dark.
As a final preparation, Giovanni will focus and grow a rose bush just below Mamoru, just before this door, just in case we get immediately ambushed and jumped as we open the door, and Giovanni will raise his shield and nod to signal that he's ready.
The moment that Giovanni raises his shield, I will kick in the door.
You kick in the door. It opens. Wasn't locked at all. And you see a very large chamber. There is red tiles all over the floor. Somewhere in the center of the chamber, there is a golden embedded part of the tiles that depicts the same 7-pointed sun that you have been seeing randomly. And it looks like there are a lot of man-made or humanoid-made lamps in this chamber. It's fully lit. It's not dark at all, unlike the other places. And you can see desks, tables with papers and scrolls and books and utensils. But at the moment, you don't see anyone just yet. Though you do hear from inside. Come in, please. You're being expected.
It doesn't look like a nugget place at all, man. I've been to a bunch of places that had nuggets. This is not one of them.
Well, he said to come in. And I'll take a step forward.
You can't tell us what to do. Okay, fuck it. Then I'll join.
Just going back to Sandpoint. You take a couple of steps in. The first thing you see is not Ripnugget, but what you have identified as the greed spawns. And you can see why they have been described so disgustingly. They have a split mouth that looks like it's going to chomp something with a long tongue. They're wearing armor and some skulls on them with weird bipedal T-Rex-like legs and a sword that is extremely long and a shield. But they also have very sharp claws for even what you can see. And at the end of their mouth, it looks like there's tiny claws as well, with red glowing eyes, kind of like their head looks like a skull that ended up being with an open part of a jaw. And a little behind, you see a goblin with a flaming sword in a flaming crown, with an armor built to the skin, closing everything and seems to be almost impenetrable. Teeth fully sharpened and eyes glowing red. Riding what seems to be a lizard. A medium-sized lizard that seems to be a little bit ethereal, as Ripnugget is sitting on that lizard fully. And he looks towards you, raises a blade and says, "Are you the new shipment?"
I don't think so.
You sure? I think I recall ordering some more nuggets.
As a response, Giovanni just spits in his direction and uses the elemental power to propel the blob of spit directly at his forehead.
Are you trying to hurt him or just insult him? Because that's
no,
what
just insult him.
Okay.
Just propel the spit directly at him.
How far can you propel spit?
Probably not that far.
That's a good question.
You're 80 feet from Ripnugget at the moment.
Okay, no, it falls. It definitely falls short.
Sappho has just made a step directly behind Giovanni. He's not really covering her because she's so much taller, but she's definitely trying as if like, you know, having a shield in front of her because
What is in that corner? In the right corner?
Ah,
Because I can
Let me
barely see it,
describe-
but it seems like there's more to this room in the
yes,
corners.
let me describe the edges of the room that you haven't seen from the entrance. Now that you go a bit further, you see two edges on the right and on the left that seem to be a bit more circular. On the right side, there seems to be some steps going up into a circular area that has a full circle with that same symbol on the floor, and on it, two large skeletons that resemble a lot of the greed spawns. They look very similar to them, but fully skeletal. And on the other side, there is another one of those circles with the sun shape on them, but nothing on that side. Once again, 3 steps that leads all the way up, but that side has nothing. And this whole chamber is filled with tables and desks and writings and scrolls. Basically, I feel like this would have been Sappho's dream room if she hadn't dealt with also having Ripnugget in the room at the same time.
Yes.
Well, then let's remove Ripnugget.
No time to waste.
Yeah.
As you spit towards Ripnugget, he raises his blade to the sky and says, I might have not ordered it. Sometimes chicken nuggets come on their own, and I'm gonna make sure to make you into good ones. And he whistles very loudly. And please roll
turn into
initiative,
chickens. Okay.
You all turn into chickens. Combat is over. You're poultry now. That's it.
Let's play a chicken Pathfinder campaign next.
That sounds so funny.
Like we're all just chickens. It sounds amazing, honestly. But yeah, let's see. Initiative.
So, initiative it is.
Oh,
It's just a big bad fox.
Could be better, could be worse.
Oh, mine couldn't be much better. Oh, I was so close to the 20 and rolled over to 14.
That was I was also like, oh, net 20. But also I don't need a net 20 on my initiative. I need it on other things.
There.
Why
I
not
mean,
both?
it could be nice. Yeah, why not both?
Yeah, just only net 20s, nothing else.
Exactly.
Let's do a little more fitting music, shall we? Perfect.
And this sounds hype as fuck. Like a Ripnugget has like an entire orchestra in here, like for these occasions. Yeah.
That's why he whistled. You're just bringing the violins in.
So he's a theater nerd.
He's a theater nerd. Exactly. All right.
Oh, 16. Did Mamoru roll like a 3 on it on initiative or
I
something?
rolled a 2.
Damn. A 2. Oh fuck.
Yep.
Mamoru is like a bit off guard still. I like caught a bit off guard by seeing the big nuggets again.
Yes.
No, good. You go
The
ahead.
threat of becoming chicken nuggets is becoming more and more real. Ripnugget whistles. And from behind you, the first one to act falls right behind Jiji.
Also, where we said before that we should look up to see creatures above us.
None of you
That
did
was actually a thing, and then we just did not do it at all. Okay,
absolutely.
great. Good. Love it.
Falls right behind Jiji and is going to strike Jiji with their very long glaive for a total of 29 to hit Jiji.
That does it.
With a 12 points of slashing damage. As a second action, it's going to take a step forward towards you. And as a third action, it's going to try to bite you in the arm.
Falling down
That's
was not
rude.
an
I guess.
It's not moving, it's releasing, you fall.
action. Yeah, it's fair.
They do miss the bite though with a 12 total.
Thank God.
So that,
the first strike alerted me, so I guess I dodge out of the way.
Second one in initiative is Ripnugget. Ripnugget has gone to delay. Giovanni, that's you.
Oh, he's just waiting over there. I see him literally just like laughing at us while his guy falls down from the ceiling behind us.
He does have a
God damn
smile,
it.
yes.
Oh, yeah, it's very funny indeed. Well, time to focus at the threats that is literally in the process of trying to kill Jiji rather than the guys who are like 90 feet away first.
Sure.
Let's see. How big was the hit that Jiji took, like, in relation to, like, how healthy does she actually look right now?
I'm looking fine. It's like a quarter. But like...
Okay, so not the biggest hit, but Jiji is also not the most, like, resilient, I suppose. Well,
if it stays in range, you know I have things like shield that I can do, right?
True.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm hasted, right? So I have, like, the extra action to either strike or
You
strike.
can use it to strike or stride.
Alright, so my first action, Giovanni's first action is just Doctor's Visitation. So Giovanni will like move up here, right next to Jiji, right next to the guy who is attacking Jiji. So kind of like in the middle between the two of them, not quite blocking Jiji off, or like not quite blocking him off, but trying to get in the way and using basically battle medicine on Jiji to kind of patch up the wound she has just taken.
Just to verify, you stride, then use battle medicine, right?
Exactly, yeah. So on the stride, if he has reactive strike, he would immediately
strike.
strike
He
me.
ignores you. On the battle medicine, he does not. He reactive strikes.
Oh, okay, damn. Alright. So he ignores me walking in, but then as I try to patch up Jiji, he tries to hit me. Alright.
He's going to try to hit you as you try to patch up. That is a 23.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it exactly
The
misses just
shield.
because the
Nice.
shield is
Misses.
still raised from before the combat. I'm pretty sure the shield goes down at the end of your turn, right? So it's still raised for the
It's still
remainder
raised.
of my turn.
Yes.
Nice. So Giovanni like runs up, kind of like dodges the glaive that this guy attacks Giovanni with, and quickly like just touches Gigi's wounds and seals up the bleeding from it with a film of water. Let's see. I guess I actually should roll first because it might not actually work if I fail. So there's a treat wounds with a DC 20 check. Let me see. Let's roll that shit. Plus 15 on the die.
Go for it.
Yes, that's a 10. That's an easy success. So 21
Nice.
healing for Jiji, getting her back up to full.
Beautiful.
And that was only the first action, Doctor's Visitation plus, so the stride plus the battle medicine. Then second action is going to be from being hasted, just going to be an elemental blast against the target. To actually refresh my memory, do we remember any like important information about these creatures in terms of their weaknesses or immunities? Or do we not really know much about them?
The only thing you knew is that they're very good against mental stuff.
Ah,
That's
yeah,
it.
okay. So let me see. Let me target this guy, and I mean, we know their aberrations, I suppose.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah. But we don't really know what kind of damage they like and don't like. So Giovanni's just gonna like freeze up a bunch of the water, like swirling around in his elemental aura, and with those like frozen icicles, try to pierce the guy in front of him.
Yeah.
So let me try the attack roll here with a cold elemental blast plus 13. It's a 12 on the die for 25 total.
25 hits.
Alright, perfect. So that's gonna be 2d8 plus 3 cold damage from the elemental blast. So 6 on the die, 9 cold damage to him.
9 cold damage. Seems to be normal.
Alright, and 2 actions remaining. Giovanni will focus in kind of the middle in between all of us, because currently the party is quite stacked up there at the entrance, kind of dealing with that creature. So just in case any of us would take hits, basically Giovanni is growing a huge rose bush just in the middle of all of them with like its vines stretching out and being ready to kind of deflect attacks on all adjacent party members here. That's gonna be just right here in the middle of us. And then that's Giovanni's turn.
Beautiful. Following Giovanni's turn, from the table next to Sappho, getting up from under it. That was an action. Is one of those creatures, and it's going to try to hit Sappho with the glaive.
Ew.
I mean, they're not going to
have to.
ask, if I'm going to be honest. They're just going to do it.
But they don't have to.
No, but they really want to. For, a 33.
Ouch.
I believe that's a critical hit.
Yes, that is a critical. My AC is only 22. I don't have shield up yet.
That's going to be 28 points of damage to Sappho.
Not to Sappho, because the rosebush will immediately interject and like give it everything it's got to deflect this mighty blow. So like the rosebush's branches all kind of like reach over, and basically almost all of the branches get completely sliced off by this brutal attack, and the protected tree, or like the rosebush, basically is cut down almost to its roots, and it's barely still standing.
Very nice. As a third action, it's going to try and trip Sappho with its glaive. I'm sorry, it cannot do that. I'm gonna lie to you. It's going to close in.
Again,
But
doesn't
that's-
really have to do that.
No, but like the boss told him to.
Okay.
Before we go to Sappho's turn, is where Ripnugget jumps in. Ripnugget whistles once again, as if to command its little creature that it's riding. The lizard moves very quickly. And how far do we have, everyone? Let's see. That's just enough to get the ones he wants. Perfect. You see, as he smiles towards you, with this, like, Jiji has described it as like how she smiles, and it might be unpleasant to people who don't know her to think it might be like weird. Even Jiji will think this smile is just terrible. He makes an additional whistle, moves in, and stops. And as a third action, it is looking towards Mamoru. I know you. You were nearly a nugget before, weren't you? I had you years ago, and you had to run. Oh, isn't that embarrassing? And it's gonna try to demoralize you.
Yeah, that will work. Yeah, that succeeds. It makes sense.
It worked.
Yeah.
Like, Mamoru thought he can do this, but now that he's like inside,
Which I believe you are from that,
frightened,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
Like, first I was overwhelmed with like seeing it again, and now going last in initiative, and now just seeing him up close, I'm definitely very frightened.
He is so unpleasant to look at. But that does bring us to Sappho's turn.
This is all very terrible. Well, first of all, they can hit us pretty well, and I would like them to hit us a little bit less well. So I will start my rallying anthem. Please put the effect on you, my friends, so that everyone has a bit of bonus to AC. Second throws. And afterwards, oh my god, there's just people in front of me. I don't like this. So my cat made a ginormous noise just now, and I was slightly worried.
Your cat is scared. It's the vibe
Apparently.
of Ripnugget.
Yeah, I mean, I have something in front of me, and I want him to be able to hit me less.
Makes sense.
I will be casting Blur on myself.
Reactive strike.
Okay. You don't have to be this mean.
Oh, they have been told to. But that's a miss. That's a
Oh,
20
nice.
total.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful. Blur work.
So I become one sealed. I'm just a blur on the wind, but these were all 3 of my actions, and
That leads us to another greed spawn. Hidden behind the wall, just in a good angle. More like under the table, so it doesn't need to get up from it again. Is another greed spawn. As the first action, it needs to get up. Second action, it will move 10 feet from Mamoru. And as a third action, it's going to strike Mamoru. For a total of... Ooh, that's a low roll. That's a
Nice.
17. I believe that's a miss.
Yep, that's a miss.
So that leads us to Jiji.
All right. I don't like that the greed spawn is right in front of me, but it has already struck Giovanni when he moved in.
True.
So it should not be able to cast another, or like react to another on my cast.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess my best way of forcing it to move away is casting a floating flame directly on top of it.
Ooh, interesting.
So I would...
No one likes to have a flame right onto them, except for maybe Ripnugget, who currently has a flame right onto them.
Fair. He has a flaming helmet and a flaming sphere, but I'd hope a floating flame might still hurt him. We'll see.
Maybe.
But for now, there's the greed spawn in it.
Yes. Let's give him a little basic reflex save to our greed spawn. That is going to be... Ooh, that's a low roll for 14.
Ooh, great. So it takes the 3d6 fire damage.
Damage taken. Doesn't like being in the fire. Clearly.
And before I do anything else, I'd like to look around. Does that cost an action?
If you're seeking, yes.
I
And
guess
if
I
you're
do
trying
have
to
the
see-
extra striding action from the haste, so I will spend the seeking action specifically above us and like around like our flank, kind of from where we came from. If there's another one that might drop down.
You can give me a perception roll. You don't see any more things on the ceiling. You do notice one thing about the markings that you've seen before. Those 3 suction cups very much fit the legs of the creature Ripnugget is riding. But you also notice that the one that just appeared above you and fell, you're certain you didn't see it before. It felt more like it materialized and fell there than it was hiding on the ceiling. Which gives you a sense that
Interesting.
this might be a bit more iffy than it actually is.
Yeah, given that there could be other things hidden in plain
Yes,
sight.
but you don't see anything at the moment except for the ones that you already see.
Okay. Debating where the best place to move is. Or if I literally just stay put because the rose bush
Maybe.
is certainly helping. I guess, yeah, I'll stay. Then that is my turn, if I stay here.
That leads us to Mamoru.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Someone rolled below you.
Okay. I think I'm too afraid to like go to Ripnugget directly, so I think I'll just like make a step to the side. Actually, no, I will step to this side away
Okay.
from Ripnugget.
Fair enough.
And the creature in front of Sappho, I will hit it with my giant maul and a vicious swing.
Please do. That's a hit with the 27.
That's a hit. Nice.
Ooh, very nice damage.
That's 26 damage.
Not enough to one-shot, but that's pretty good.
And then I'll strike it again with my hasted action.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, that's a 2 for a total of 16.
16, sadly, is still lower than their AC.
That's it. That's my 4 actions.
That leads us to, funnily enough, the greed spawn that you saw in the beginning, standing next to Ripnugget, all the way in the other side of the room. Let's see. It is going to close in distance within 2 actions. And then strike. I'm gonna say it the very insulting way that they could. The one they see more threatening, which is Sappho.
That's right.
Ouch.
Sappho can cast spells. That's a problem. Sappho is concealed, though. They pass the conceal and they still hit with a 25. Though it's not a crit. So that's good. For 14 points of damage. Leading us back
Doesn't
to
the rose bush deduct like
Oh, the rose
some
bush
of
does
it?
take it. I think it takes
Oh.
2.
Not by much,
2 health
but
points, so
it's
Sappho
some.
can get 2 health.
So Sappho takes
Okay.
11 and not 13.
And the rose bush is done.
Okie dokie.
Leading us back to the first acting greed spawn. It is right next to Giovanni and Jiji. And just like the other one, they know to spot those who can do problematic things. In this situation, it's Giovanni.
I think Jiji can do problematic things
Oh,
as well.
yes, but
I'm
you
happy
can
to take the
heal.
hit.
And we don't like that.
Oh, interesting.
It's going to start by biting Giovanni. For a total of 33.
Ooh, that will hit. Not just hit, but crits actually.
That is a critical, and I'm also going to need a will save in addition to the 14 points of damage that you are taking.
What kind of damage is it actually?
It is piercing.
Piercing, damn. Okay, because this is like the one type of physical damage that Giovanni's defenses are like the weakest against, so definitely a good kind of damage to do against Giovanni. So Giovanni will take the 14 damage and roll
13.
a will save with
Yes.
14. Oh yeah, 13 instead, true. Ooh, there's only a 4 on the will save, a 4 on the die. I'm definitely considering a hero point here.
I will bring it up. You all have 1 hero point at the beginning of the session. Up
Yeah,
to you when
I
you
don't
want to
like I don't like failing the save, especially on a crit. I'm kind of scared of what will happen. I will do that. I rolled a 4 again, man. I used the hero point and re-rolled a 4 into a 4, so my saving throw will stay at an 18 total.
That is a fail. You are sickened too, because once you are bitten by this creature, your mind starts being filled up with sinful thoughts that makes you disgusted by yourself.
I remember we
no.
said beforehand of like we should all take our anti-plague before, but
It's
we
not
forgot
a disease,
also.
though. It's sickened. It's
It's not a
different.
disease. It's sickened.
It's just, it's just.
It wouldn't have helped.
Yes.
Oh no.
I believe that was the first action.
I believe so too.
As its second action, it's going to try to trip Giovanni. It's a claw right next to you. It doesn't need to use the glaive. But it does have a map. So there's at least that.
What does the sicken do on Giovanni? I don't see it on your conditions.
It gives it a -2 to everything. ACs, DCs, etc. It's going to try to trip you with its claw. No, that's without map. We need map. For a total of 21. Does that pass your
now that I'm
reflex?
sickened, I'm pretty sure it does. Let me double check. Reflex is, I think, my weakest save anyways. I don't have it open here. Yeah, that succeeds.
Then you are prone, in addition to being sickened.
Oof.
And as a third action, it's going to strike you with the glaive with third map. Actually, no.
Giovanni is getting bullied by this guy, man.
Yeah, Giovanni
He
is
really
getting
is.
bullied, but Jiji is still a threat. You're a threat because you can heal, but Jiji is also a threat. So it's gonna try to strike Jiji, though it's third map. Nope, that's gonna be a critical miss
Nice.
on Jiji. Third map is never a good option.
Yeah, luckily.
That leads us to Giovanni. You are sickened, you are prone, you are quickened, you're off guard.
So many status conditions.
Yes.
So say like I would really like to puke on the floor right now.
Yeah.
Does that have manipulate? Does that provoke like his attack of opportunity?
Let me
If I was a wretch to try to reduce my second condition.
Let's see. It doesn't say it's a specifically manipulate action, so I would assume it's not.
Okay, then Giovanni, who has just gotten like smacked, sickened, and tripped, is like just lying on the floor in his own puke and like puking on the ground. Try to get less sickened.
Yep.
So that's gonna be a fortitude
Yes.
save against the effect.
DC.
Only rolling with a plus 12 now, being
Yes.
sickened. Hopefully still. Ooh, only a 7 on the die as well, so a 19 total.
A 19 does not pass the DC.
Yeah. That's not good. I'll try to puke again. I can't be sickened 2 for the rest of this fight, it's too much.
Yep. Second 2 is very
Then
difficult.
Giovanni just lying on the ground puking. Oh,
Oh,
that's a
nice.
19
There
on the
you
die
go.
for 31 total. Though.
31 is a critical success, meaning you're
Ah,
not sickened
beautiful.
at all.
Yeah, reducing both sickens. So Giovanni just lies on the ground puking for 4 seconds or so and like fully recovers.
And still has
at
2
least.
actions.
2 actions, but still lying on the ground though. And also one of those actions can only be a strike or stride.
Yep. And
Yeah,
I
then-
don't know if getting up is a stride. I think it's...
No, getting
don't
up
think
is,
it is.
you can't use it as a
Yeah.
stride. So I will have to use an action to get up, meaning he will
Rapid
get
strike?
another attack of opportunity. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's the best idea if you're putting someone down, try to keep them down.
It's horrible.
That might not hit. That's a 23. That does hit with the off guard.
Oh, the rallying anthem almost saved me, but still, since do you get up first and then no, they get the reactive strike before you finish getting up, right?
Yep.
You're still
Because otherwise, if
prone
it
and
was
off guard.
true, exactly. So you're still
Yeah,
prone when
yeah.
you get the hit, but now you're no longer prone.
All right, managed to get back up finally, and with
Giovanni
the
just
last,
pukes on the floor, gets up, gets hit, gets up.
yeah, and with the last strength remaining for this turn, we'll try to at least inflict some payback on this creature and hit it with another one-action cold elemental blast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I shouldn't roll damage right away. I do have to roll an attack roll first. Okay.
Yes.
No, you just hit.
Oh, with a 5 on the die, I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, sadly,
18
a 20
total,
and 18
yeah.
is not going to do it.
Well then, that's my turn. At least I got rid of all the shit
Yeah,
that this
absolutely.
creature put on me.
That leads us to the one that is right next to Sappho. As its first action, it's going to try to hit Sappho. Sappho is concealed, so it's a bit more difficult, but it's still going to try to do it. It's going to try to bite Sappho because you are in melee range now, so it's a lot easier. So as a first action, it passes the conceal but does not pass the AC, meaning it doesn't bite you on its first action. It is going to try... I mean, you look quite lanky. It's going to try to trip you and then do it again. So, it's going to roll an unarmed strike against your reflex DC. That is going to be 29 against your reflex DC.
That's just a 24, so yes.
Then you are prone, and then it's going to try to bite you when you're prone.
It's so rude.
Oh yeah, that's nasty.
Hopefully it misses with 3 map.
Well, 3 map is a lot less possible, but with Sappho being prone, she should also be off guard.
Yeah, it's map against off guard, so let's
Exactly, but she's also concealed. Oh wait, she's also concealed.
Oh yeah,
That is
then
a flat
for the
check.
trip attack, you would have
Yeah.
also needed to do the flat check.
Flat check is a 2. Sappho is not prone.
Thank you, Gigi, for remembering.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Absolutely amazing. It's going to try to just bite you then, not prone. Still flat check, still map. Full map this time. Ooh. That's another failure, both on the roll and on the flat check. That concealed is doing wonders.
Mm-hmm.
Very
It is,
nice. That leads us to Ripnugget. Okay. So, the first thing is going to happen is Ripnugget holds his blade in one arm, hold his chest within the other. And it looks like it's concentrating and looking forward. A cone of 30 foot in front of him, which I believe he can catch all of you and one of the greed spawns, 2 of the greed spawns. I'm gonna need from everyone a basic reflex save.
It's
Okay,
always reflex.
Yeah, but you get at least a +1.
That's a magical effect?
It is not. Oh wait, it says arcane.
Okay.
I think it is.
Oh.
It just doesn't says magical. It just says arcane.
Well, you let me know, Charlie, if I can use like my ancient dwarven blood's resistance to magical effects to like make myself slightly better in the saving throw.
Yes. Anything with this trait is magical. Yes, you can use it.
Okay. So that's a +1. Oh wait, but the heroism gets added?
Yes.
Or- Because
It's the relaying anthem because I did the second. So and Harris
you have to
gives-
choose one. You have to choose either the rallying
Yes,
anthem or
and
the...
it's
Yeah,
like
okay, gotcha.
But the rallying anthem also gave us plus AC, so I'm doing this. Yeah.
Alright, that's gonna be a 30 on the saving throw for me.
Double checking. He cannot choose his friends or not, but he can make sure that only one of them is going to be in the cone. So only one of them needs to roll as well. Very nice. Okay, so let's go over it. Sappho, with a 26, succeed, you take half damage. Mamoru with a 25, fail, you take full damage. Jiji with a 32, success, you take half damage. Giovanni with a 30, success, you take half damage. As well as the greed spawn that was in the way succeeded, half damage.
I will also use my reaction because the reaction for Mamoru didn't actually, because it was not a because I misunderstood, to eat fire.
Yes, please. That's going to be 30
If
points
I-
of damage.
I gain resistance 5, basically.
How does it look when Sappho eats fire?
I mean, she literally just bites into it. It looks very odd because I'm also not sure. We never had this happen, but it's just when it happens, you would usually shield yourself, maybe put your arms up or anything. But Sappho just faces it, opens up her mouth to just inhale it partly.
Beautiful.
So I take this.
That was 2 actions. As a third action, it is going to whistle once more and only step 1 square below. That leads us to Sappho.
So, I'm already concealed from them, so that wouldn't help us if I do belch the smoke, because I can only do it in a small radius. So I don't want to be close to them anymore.
No.
Like that's... So I will move.
Are you striding
Away
or
from them.
stepping?
What is the difference?
Step is only 5 feet, and you will not get reactive strike. Stride is your full speed, or any one you would do until then, but then you have reactive strikes.
I mean,
They had 10
I know that
feet
he has a
range.
higher
Yeah.
reach, and therefore I need to
Yes.
get further out, and then I go all of my... I will just... I would choose a path that I don't get into the other ones, basically, range.
Yes, but the first one will try to reactive strike you as you move.
Yes. That's okay. I just...
It's going to use its jaws because you were in melee. Ooh. That would have hit,
But
but
it's a-
once again, the conceal. That is pulling strings.
You cannot see me.
Amazing.
You cannot see me.
Absolutely amazing.
You cannot see me. I am hidden. I'm currently thinking, because Ripnugget is on somebody,
Yeah.
if I should, because I'm assuming his will save might be high, if I
Could
should
be.
try it on the on his
On the
friend.
lizard.
Yes. So that he would need to get up from the lizard.
Can always try.
Because I'm afraid if I try Ripnugget directly that goes wrong.
Yes, that probably is the right assumption.
Yeah. I will try to cast Roaring Applause
Okay. On the lizard.
the... Yes. I can't... I don't think I can target the lizard because he's below Ripnugget.
Let me actually hover above it and press Z on the keyboard and tell me if it changes. It should switch between the two of them.
It does for me.
I need to use Y because I'm...
Oh, because it's a German
German.
keyboard.
Yes.
Okay.
And I hope I have him now selected. So, and then I will cast it. And I need a will DC save from him.
Let's give you a will save. Lizard will save.
I make an enticing dance while I move in my blurred form to just, you know, with like some fun little noises, like maybe tap dancing, to try to, you know, make the lizard be very enticed with me. And
I do love it. Ooh, that's a low roll. That's a fail.
he's
However-
fair, so yes.
Ripnugget's mount is not a creature. It is a phantom.
It's not a creature. No.
It is a summoned phantom that is being controlled by Ripnugget.
Oh lord.
Oh, Lord.
Oh lordy. That was a good choice though.
Yes, because I don't think Ripnugget it would have worked. But well, that's the end of my turn because that's all I think. That's all 3 actions that I have.
That was still really good. I like the direction. That was very good. That leads us to another greed spawn. It is not in range of anyone, but one of you just ran really far away from everyone else, and that seems very nice to corner. So it is going to move down to be in 10 feet from both Sappho and Jiji. And it's going to
Yeah,
try
I'm
to
not sure if the
attack.
corner was great for
Hey.
Sappho.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the problem is otherwise I would be in the other green spawns
The green spawns are
range.
Yeah.
terrible. They have range,
Uh,
they bite, they make
hey,
you nauseous.
Mamoru, do you have attack of opportunity? Just asking if you have
No.
attack. Just right.
Sadly not.
Oh,
I mean,
sorry.
they don't know that. It is going to try to attack first Sappho, then Jiji, because you have both been doing things that they don't like.
Ouch.
Come at me,
Starting with
bro.
Sappho is going to be a 30 to hit and a success on the concealed.
Okay.
For not terrible. For 8 points of damage. It is then going to continue the glaive toward Jiji with map. For a 27 to hit.
That does it.
For a total of 10 points of damage. And it moved, so that's all of its actions. That leads us to Jiji.
I am hurt at this point.
Yes, also, Jiji, please roll the fire damage for me once again, because I forgot that the greed spawn was inside it, and at the end of its turn it should have taken damage.
I think it takes the damage when I sustain the spell, does it not?
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Wait,
just
let me-
until... No, you're right, sustained. It takes damage once when you do it.
Yep, because that will be one of my actions to sustain the spell.
Perfect.
Meaning it has to roll the basic reflex again.
Let's go with that. Basic reflex save. It rolled a total of 26. So that, I believe, is half damage.
I think so.
Yes. Half damage.
I rolled an 11 for the 3d6. Well, it was a good roll, but
Yeah, still a 5.
it's slowly chipping away. But fortunately, they're chipping away faster at my health than it feels like we are at theirs. So,
You definitely see a pattern here, as if they go to those who do non-hitting more than those who do hit.
yeah, certainly. But I personally don't have much to prevent that.
Fair.
They both haven't used reactive strikes yet, right?
The one right next to you, I believe, did when Giovanni got up. But the one that just got into range did not use it just yet. So you have one reactive strike in your range.
I will... Let's do focus spells. They are also manipulate, right?
Yes.
I will first cast shield on myself.
Okay.
So that gives me shield. But that gives me access to the shield block if I do need it.
Yes.
And I will use my haste striding to basically go around this great spawn. And well, when I'm here, I will be leaving the other one's range.
Yes,
So
but
it
it
should-
will be able to attack you on the way there.
On the way there, yeah.
Yes. So, since it's your third action, that's what it's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
It has to use the glaive because you were 10 feet away, and that is going to be a total... Oh, that's a low roll. That's a 17.
Great. And wait, let me measure ranges for a second. I started, so that was our 10 feet of my movement, and I have up to 25. So technically, I could leave the other guy's range without penalty, right? Be here.
Yes, because that one already used its reactive strike, and then you can be in 15 feet, which is too far away for the weapon.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it can still move up, but
Yeah.
I think that is fair. And that should give me... Wait. Yeah. That gives me one last action, because I used, obviously, the striding from my haste instead of, like, in regular action, to use my
Absolutely.
focus spell on Ripnugget.
Yeah.
That will be the Hand of the Apprentice, meaning I throw my dagger at him.
Please do.
Ooh, that is a bad roll.
An 18
Well,
does not hit Ripnugget. Would that be Jiji?
I'm debating re-rolling it, but Ripnugget probably has really high AC, right? Or he
None
looks
of you has
armored,
hit
you
him
said.
yet. Yeah. He looks very armored, but also none of you have hit him yet. Ripnugget is in full health, no damage, nothing done.
Yeah. I'm gonna try. If the roll was so low, I'm gonna try to re-roll it.
Okay.
That is a 20.
Nice.
Oh,
That is a nat 20.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
So,
So that
9
is
total.
9 piercing damage. And he has to roll on poison.
But it's also a bit. Did you roll critical damage?
Critical would be
no.
double that.
It would be doubled, right? It would be...
So, and I can let you know it does not roll on the poison.
It does not roll on a poison. Okay.
No. As you throw the dagger, it does hit. It looks very much like you did a good job. But you see that the poison completely unfazing.
Only the like whole of the poison effect, even like the fatigue and everything, right? So it doesn't even have to roll.
Nothing.
Okay. Good to know.
Anything else from Jiji?
No, that's my turn.
That would lead us to Mamoru.
Yes. I think my first action will just be hitting the creature in front of me
Okay.
with a normal attack. That misses. That's not great. That was my hasted action. Yeah, I think it just needs to die. I'll try it again.
Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Oh,
Not a
let's
crit.
go.
The
That's what
crits
we
are
needed this fight.
coming.
Let's go.
This is
Max
also the
damage,
one...
max damage, max damage.
It's also the one that got hit before.
So that's 42 damage.
That is enough to bring that one down with a critical hit.
Nice.
As you slice
Let's go.
through that greed spawn.
That's great. And then I will step up here.
Yep.
And do I want to take Ripnugget or the right? I feel like I'll just attack Ripnugget.
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't matter anyways.
Yeah, no, a 13 would still not hit Ripnugget.
Yeah, that's my turn.
After Mamoru is the greed spawn. That is right next to Mamoru. It's going to step and flank Mamoru with Ripnugget.
Could have expected that, to be honest.
It is then going to bite Mamoru for a 29 to hit.
And that's not a crit because of the rallying anthem.
That's amazing.
Oh.
And I'm also going to need a will save in addition to the 10 points of damage.
I will succeed.
You do succeed with a critical success.
Nice.
As a third action, it is going... No, it's going to let Ripnugget do that.
That's rude.
It takes
I
a
think.
step down. That's it.
Do I see if Ripnugget has a melee weapon or not?
It didn't seem like he hit anyone in 10 feet.
reach weapon.
It didn't seem like
Okay.
he had a reach. Leading us to the one who was in the fireball.
Yeah.
It is going to take a step to get out of the fire, and then it is going to attack Giovanni, who should be flanked because he has two creatures with 10 feet reach. It is going to bite Giovanni for a total of 28 to hit.
Yep. That will definitely hit.
That is going to be 14 points of damage and another will save, please. From
That's
the
a
bite.
lot of damage. One is starting to look pretty bad. Alright, so we'll save. Plus 14. 19 on the die, let's go.
That's a
Almost
critical
Frieda.
success. That's all
I
good.
was scared. Did
As a
not want to
third,
get second 2 again.
yeah. Absolutely not. Sicken is
Definitely
terrible
not.
for this thing.
It's horrible.
As a third action, as it moved and bit you, it is going to try to bite you again. No reason not to. Just map.
Nom, 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 nom.
That's going to be, though, a miss with a 15 total,
Nice.
leading us to Giovanni.
As long as Giovanni stays in the range, he could technically move downwards, right?
If he moves downwards, he gets a reactive strike from the one who's 10
right,
feet
the
from
top
it,
one
from both of
moved in
them.
range. Yeah.
Yeah, the top one is
top one
kind
is
of
annoying.
like keeping Giovanni in check now as well.
There are
it's-
two of them who are in range of Giovanni for a reactive strike.
Yeah, but for the second one, he wouldn't need to leave the range, right?
If it moves in your range, you still get a reactive strike.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm D&D. Sorry.
All good.
Actually, our impulse is generally manipulate actions, like what... I don't think so. No, it just has the concentrate trait. Okay. So it doesn't... Kineticist actions don't by default have manipulate.
Yeah, because he can be melee, right?
Oh, 22 HP only left. Damn.
That's risky.
It's rough.
I'm soon I'm there to help you.
I'm a bit worried about Mamoru as well, but I think I'm just gonna have to let Mamoru handle
I
this
feel
turn
like
by
I'm
himself.
the one who is the most fine out of all of us.
I mean, this turn, yes, but I think as soon as Ripnugget and the guy flanking you take the next turn, it might look different.
Ripnugget at no point used his weapon yet.
So I'm actually
And
realizing
the thing behind me just took its turn, so I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'll use the hasted action first, and just do an elemental blast against a kind of injured guy next to me.
Mhm.
Maybe if Giovanni's aim is true, he can actually take out that guy completely, which would be a great help. But yeah, plus 13 on that roll, I believe, because of the heroism giving another +1. Yeah. I just damn it, rolled from a 16 over to a 6. But
Yeah, I'm sorry.
This should feel mean. It feels so personal, our dice today.
Honestly,
that's fine
same.
anyways.
I've been rolling a lot below 5s and it's been very nice, but I've also been rolling a lot above 5, so it hasn't.
Second
been
act, or like first actual action of the turn is gonna be like just the plenty of fresh wounds Giovanni has sustained already is gonna be like taking a look at himself and kind of like using the water and his healing powers to close up the wounds as well as it's possible in a short amount of time, but just touching it with an ocean's bomb.
That's going to be 2 reactive strikes on Giovanni.
That's true.
Oof.
And I guess if they take me out, I don't even get the healing.
Yes,
Do I?
Oh, that happens
No.
before.
it happens before.
Oh no.
That's why I said risky. If
Wait,
you
that's
move,
terrible.
reactive strike. If you
Wait,
were
actually,
doing,
I don't get reactive struck by that.
your
It says
Ocean's Bomb has
manipulate.
a
Ocean's
manipulate.
bomb.
Oh, Ocean's Bomb is manipulate.
Like
Yep.
if
Does
you,
it say?
it
Yep.
says manipulate, but you can choose like not to do it,
Healing,
knowing that it
impulse.
manipulates.
Oh, that one actually does say manipulate. True.
Ooh.
I just figured
Honestly-
because most impulses don't. But then,
If you didn't
No,
have the
actually-
information, you could just say you don't do it.
Yes, you do know they have reactive strike, but it means you don't get the healing.
Yeah, obviously.
what healing?
If you choose not to do the Ocean's Bomb because you knew they have reactive strike,
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
you
of
didn't
course,
realize that
of
it's
course.
manipulate, right?
Yeah. I
Exactly.
thought like every other impulse doesn't have the manipulate. It's just that one. Yeah, then it's better not to do it right away. I think I'll still do it, but I should do something else first. So I have 3 actions. I could. Yeah, I'll use my first action to just like raise my shield.
one of them
I'll
is
use the
gonna
first
take-
action to raise the shield and then still do it.
Raise a shield
So I'll-
is not reactive. Is not manipulate.
That's
Or it
right.
is.
No.
Yep.
No.
So I'll just raise my shield first and then try to Ocean's Bomb myself.
So, you get 2 reactive strikes. One from the one 5 feet from you is going to try to bite you. For a total of, ooh, that's a very low roll, 17.
Nice.
That misses.
Misses.
Alright.
The one from behind is going to use its glaive to try to hit you. For a total of 33.
Oh.
Which is not a critical
my
because of your shield.
Yeah, just
You-
spell another
Thank
crit.
God.
And that's the only reason why you would still be able to do that. However, as you use Ocean's Bomb, you also take 7 points of damage from the hit of the glaive. As you use Ocean's
Let
Bomb.
me think, because I could use my reaction on that as well.
Do let me know,
could
because
you
that's
use-
going to be very important.
Wait, I need to actually check how much my shield is blocking, because it's not a normal wooden shield, it's like a shield that I basically made myself from kineticist impulse. And I need to check the stat on it. Like the hardness, how much the shield block would actually block. Increased by 1 compared to a normal wooden shield, which has hardness 4, so it would be hardness 5. So I could shield block by to reduce by 5. Or since this is actually slashing damage, I will use deflecting wave reaction, so I'll get resistance equal to my level to the triggering effect. So I'll just get like 5 resistance to slashing damage and only take 2 of it.
Can
Nice.
you use deflecting wave when you're off guard?
No.
You are off guard.
Oh, because I'm still flanked by both of them. Okay, so I
It
can't
was
use
the one
deflecting wave,
behind
so I
you
have
that
to
struck
use...
you.
So I use shield block and I take, what, 3 instead of 2? No, 3 instead of... No, wait.
You take
But
2.
if I shield block, the shield goes down or does it stay up?
It stays
Depends
up.
Actually, I don't even know.
It stays
Okay, it
up.
does stay up.
I
For
mean,
the
if it's
AC.
broken, then it goes down.
Yeah, exactly.
How much HP does it have?
Oh, no, the shield has enough HP for sure. Like, it has hardness 5. Yeah, hardness 5 and like 30 HP or something.
Okay, yeah,
so-
that's then it stays.
So, okay, it doesn't really matter if I use deflecting wave for that, because I just take 2 damage either way.
Giovanni, what is your class DC?
That's a good question.
That's an important question.
21 is my class DC.
21. As you use Ocean's Bomb to heal yourself, before
Actually,
you
yeah.
do,
Yeah? What do you mean?
you feel that you are in an aura of something vile. Your healing doesn't work.
What the hell?
That's a scam. I call bullshit.
Told you it was a terrible boss.
So I remain at 20 HP and pretty roughed up. Also, that was my my third action with the hasted one, I guess. So I have 1 action left.
Yes.
And with that, I will also retreat a bit and get closer to Sappho and Jiji, and hopefully make a stand there where it's harder for the creatures to reach us. And that's my turn.
That leads us to Ripnugget. Ripnugget is right next to Mamoru.
Yeah.
That's great. That's really great. It is going to use its first action to whistle and move 5 feet up to flank Mamoru with the greed spawn. It then
Okay.
holds its weapon in its hand, points it at you. Yeah.
Before, I have the feature called No Escape. An enemy within reach attempts to move away from you. Would that count from moving away?
It moves in your range, it doesn't move away from you. But keep that in mind because that would be relevant.
Okay.
It raises its weapon, points it at your face, and says, "Let's see how much I manage to do this time, shall we?" As it strikes you with its weapon. For a 27 to hit.
That's fine.
That is going to be 19 points of damage, as some of it is slashing, fire, and bleed. And it's going to hit you again. With map, second roll. Ooh, still hits for a 19 because of
so
the
sad.
off guard and the clumsy
Yeah.
from your weapon.
Yeah. That's
For
so
an
sad.
additional 25 points of damage.
Okay.
That was 3 actions. You are bleeding, on fire, slashed, unpleasant, all in all. That leads us to Sappho.
Sappho regrets having not had enough actions to do the rallying anthem again, because that would have saved Mamoru from the last hit. So, guess what she's gonna do? A rallying anthem.
Woohoo!
So,
Try
it
to
again.
remember if the
It's-
guy in next to you has already reacted strike.
He probably
He struck
has.
me, right?
And then I spent my other 2 actions on, on not so good feeling Giovanni. I use a 3rd level soothe on him.
What's your class to see?
What?
Okay. No, I mean, I was fully expecting Charlie to be like, nope. But maybe
might
we're
be out of
outside of
range
the aura
of
now, I
Ripnugget.
guess.
You don't exactly know how that works, but the soothe works.
Nice.
And so that is so low for that. It's just 20 healing. I'm so sorry. They were low. The dice were, what was it, a 1, a 3, and a 4 or something?
Yeah, of D10s.
D10s, that's rough.
I'm still
But-
super happy about that. It probably means
Yes.
I won't get knocked out this round, so...
Yeah, so, and that's already Sappho's turn. That's been 3 actions.
Cool.
I feel you.
That brings us, That brings us to the one that was the closest to Sappho. As its first action, it's gonna go all the way down between Giovanni, Jiji, and Sappho. As its second action, it's going to try to shove Jiji.
Oh,
Oh yes.
Just because she's small, you can't be mean to her
It's
like
going
this.
to-
yeah, don't bully me.
It's okay if you fight us, don't bully.
That's going
Say
to
no
be
to
a
bullying.
31 against your fortitude DC. A 31, not a 41. It shoves you down under the third action. Wait, is a 31 a critical success or a success? I believe it's just a success.
It's a critical success, I believe. Because it's
On
10
your
plus 10, right?
Then yes, it's a critical. It can move you 10 feet. And as a third action, it closes the door and leaves Jiji behind.
Rude?
So rude.
God damn it.
Blocking
That,
the
that's
door,
a
leaving
great success is actually so terrible.
leaving Jiji behind the door.
How are these
Yeah.
guys so smart, man? They're just like some fucking bloodsuckers.
They have been told exactly what to do.
I
That
don't
does
like them.
lead us to Jiji. You have been
Rude.
pushed outside the door, and the door shut behind you. But you do know opening the door is a reactive strike option. It's a manipulate.
But doesn't the door get opened after I do it?
Because
that's
he
a good
can't see you
Because
do
he
it.
can't see me doing
ca-
it. And,
He can't,
you know?
because it's not like, I think you need to be visible to the
I'll allow
enemy
it.
creature. Because I've had this issue before where it was like, there's an invisible creature, but it's hitting me, and I should be able to do something to it, but I can't see it.
I would say invisible is different because you cannot see it at all. They can still see Jiji opening the door once she opens the door right after it, but I will allow it.
But doesn't the same thing with like invisibility, like when you strike, you get visible and you don't get reactive strikes from
Not
it?
always.
But like
not
on
always.
certain,
Everything.
Not on some invisibilities though, right?
I think it depends very much. Like if you can't strike something that's invisible, like reactive strike for invisible things does not work.
I'm more so annoyed at the, like having to spend an action to open the door.
Yeah, that was the idea.
That's stupid.
You also need to move towards the door. That's at least 2 actions gone.
Yeah, the critical was terrible.
Critical was very terrible. I mean, you're quickened. That's
It is. Yeah, you're quickened.
okay-ish, but yeah.
Yes.
Not the.
Also, do notice quickened means you can stride. You cannot step with quickened.
Well, it doesn't make a difference. The door is closed.
No, but like if you want to step, you can't use that to move away.
Yeah, fair. But
Yeah, it is Gigi's turn.
yeah, I guess I don't have much options then to move up and
Yes, if you move to be directly below it,
That
to
would.
be like not down, then Giovanni has a line.
Because
Yes.
I'm in melee either way if I open the door. So
Yes.
I'm in bite range either or. And this gives Giovanni maybe the potential to strike it with advantage. Or like off guard. Stepping is just 5 actions, I say 5 feet, right?
Yes.
Let me measure some things quickly. But since Giovanni is right in the middle, that makes things complicated. I will try and target the one that is already hurt. So the one behind Giovanni
No
with a spell
problem.
and just take the reactive strike. And hope for the best.
You're doing a spell. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to reactive strike on you. It is going to try to bite because that makes you nauseous. But that's a 5 on the die, so that's a miss.
Great. Thanks for rolling empty and other things.
I've been rolling so low for these guys.
I am casting a sudden bolt on this one.
Yeah.
Give me a basic reflex.
Nice.
Very nice. Let's give a basic
Damn.
reflex. Our guy has a natural 20 on a basic reflex.
No!
Oh,
That's such.
Taking
That's not
no
fair.
damage. I'm also going to make this
Why?
worse. You did not sustain your flaming thing, so it
I
will
know,
be gone.
I know. That I was aware of, that the flame was traded for opening the door.
No, that was a very good choice. A very bad natural 20 after I said I rolled nothing.
Why did he critical succeed that? That's
Yeah, so
stupid.
rude.
The dice have listened to me.
Oh
I'm sorry.
no. But that is my turn.
That leads us to Mamoru. You are flanked by a greed spawn that is fully fine, and Ripnugget, who is mainly fine.
Well, I will try to make the greed spawn not be fine anymore by attacking it.
Okay.
And that just needs to hit.
A 29 hits.
That's great. Oh, that's such low damage though.
25 is pretty good damage.
Yeah, but like the D12s are like a 3 and a 4 and an 8. The 8 was fine.
I
but,
feel you.
Yep.
well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Wait, and I can't even do that now. That's so terrible. Okay, I will do the advanced tactics of running away now. So I will... I mean, if I step here and then
You're still in
stride,
the
I'll
range
still
of-
get the attack of opportunity. So I'll
Yes,
just
that's true.
run
You're-
here.
Cool. You're going to get an attack of opportunity from the green spawn and
Yep.
Ripnugget.
And Ripnugget.
Uh-oh.
Let's start with the greed spawn. I will put you back between them because you
Yeah,
do
yeah.
get it when you're flanked.
Yeah.
Oops. There you go.
Oh, true. I should have stepped before. I did not
didn't know?
consider the flanking.
You didn't know. It is going to try to bite you. We're starting with the greed spawn. For a natural 20.
Yeah,
What
no,
the?
that's it.
No!
You can stop that. You know, Charlie, you don't have to. You can also just choose to not.
That's going to be 20 points of damage to Mamoru.
I actually lived this. Okay.
And a will save.
Charlie activated the foundry cheats.
Okay.
It's over fast.
With a
Okay.
success on the will save.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Success still makes you sickened. I didn't notice that.
That's
No, what the hell?
Success is sickened.
But
Wait,
Second
you need a
one.
critical
Yeah.
success. Oh,
You need
no.
a critical success to no effect, meaning I gave you a lot of good time without giving you the sickened, just because. Followed by Ripnugget, who is going to attack.
Yeah, that easy. Well, miss.
Easy.
Don't worry. I will not.
Yeah,
I
not
don't
one.
worry.
I'm not
easy.
stressed. You are.
It's all good.
A 27 to hit.
God damn it. Yeah, that hits.
For 24 points of damage.
Yeah.
See, you could also
As-
just roll less on the dice. But if we roll little, you could also do so.
I roll little. It's
As
just that he has a lot of
I-
dice.
run away. I just get struck in my back twice and just like roll on the ground like a few feet more and just be lying on the ground with 0 HP.
Ripnugget looks at you three. Chicken nugget number 1. Hi listeners, as you can probably notice, this combat has been very long and we're going to have to split it into 2 parts. So we're going to come back with part 2, the fight against Ripnugget, next week. Thank you very much. Red Sun Rising is made by Of Dice and Dinner, produced under the Paizo Incorporated Community Use Policy. Red Sun Rising uses trademarks and or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's fan content policy at paizo.com/licenses/fan content. Red Sun Rising is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. Original characters and content are the property of Dice and Dinner. Our podcast intro-outro theme is made by Frieda, Melando, and Shachar Bieber. Of Dice and Dinner is happy to be in touch, and our email is the best way to do so. That's ofdiceanddinnerpodcast@gmail.com.